G'day, how you going? Welcome to my Friday Night Live episode 104. Now, what's coming up? We've got some good stuff in this hour's program. We've got some brushes. I'm going to show you later on in the show how to use my blending brushes. If you have them, if you want them, you're not sure how to use them, you want to use them the way I teach them, I'm going to show you that. Also, I've got some people that I want to thank. So if you've sent me any support through Patreon or simple donations or super chat donations in the previous shows, you're going to get a shout out in this show as well. And anybody that does support the super chat in today's show does get a shout out in my following live Connect shows. Does get a shout out. I just did a sound check there too. That was pretty loud, wasn't it, eh? So that's what's coming up. And also, I want to tell you, if you're not already a patron, what you're missing out on. You're missing out on extra content. Now, I was posting pictures of the up-and-coming tutorials. Some of them are like in a month in advance, but now I've got 2 cameras going in my studio so I can get some behind-the-scene footage of what actually goes on in front of the main camera. And if I do end up to slip up or say a little bit of a bad word, you'll hear that as well. They're not too vulgar, but there will be some slight not coarse, but mild language in there, okay? Because I do try to hold my tongue a bit. Now, we've got a few people coming into the room, so bear with me while I get through this intro. And also, I want to let you know, if it's your first time here, this is where I connect with you, the subscriber. And if you're in the live show and you want to shout out, come forward, tell me who you are, ask a question, or just tell me your name, and everyone in this chat gets a shout out, okay? It's that easy, and it's all about me connecting with the other half of my channel, which is the subscribers there, okay? And I like to do that. So there's also, what else is there? And like I said, I'm going to give some shout outs to some people later on in the show, so stick around for that as well. Now, while I'm just getting a few people in the room, I just going to throw across a link into my Facebook page and my group page. That way those people there can ponder on it and go, you know what, I'm going to pop into that live and have a bit of a sticky beak. Yes, that's what it's all about. All right, so without further ado, we'll get on with the show, and we'll see how many people we got in here. Oh, my eyes are a bit funny. I've been working on a friend. He's building a granny flat in the backyard, and I'm helping him build the darn thing, and my hands are getting dry, cementy and worky, but I love all that stuff anyway. It's just what I do. Now, let's go over here. Now, who we got in here? We've got, I'll try and start from the beginning. We've got Teresa, Christina, Peggy, Laura Lou, Noel Smith, Franca Pacina, Sandra Apap, Wilma Vroom, sorry, I get your name mixed up with some other people, Marion Bridger and Barry Radburn. G'day, welcome to the Friday Night Live show. Now, I do want to say a quick shout out. I'll go through these a few times through the show, but I want to thank Chastity Roots and Chris Duffy for their super chat donations in my last live show, which, whether it was Friday Night Live or my live stream painting tutorial, they get a shout out because they gave some super chat donations, much appreciated. And also, I've got a patron that jumped on board during the week, which was Maggie or Moggy. I can't read my writing properly. I'm a bit crazy with my writing. Moggy Cooley or Maggie Cooley. Sorry about the mispronunciation there. And I also have a question that came through from Jerry Powell. Bit of a long question there, but I'm going to read that out to you as well. You're looking like my father, says my son Reese. Yeah, that'll be me son. Yeah, he's me son. I love me son. I've got 2 sons and I love them both because they're me sons. Yes. Anne Bain. G'day, Anne Bain. How you going? Good afternoon, Ian, from beautiful Cape Town in South Africa. And Christina Martinez, hello. Now, I'll get to this long one, and I've also got some info about what I use in my studio as well, so stay tuned for that as well, won't you, eh? Have you got yourself a beverage, a drink, whatever? Oh, I've got myself a flask of coffee, and I've got some water on the go there. Now, Jerry Powell is saying, I'll just highlight that so I'll know where I was up to. Hello, Guru. When watching your replay, someone asks, can you clean acrylic painting? Can you clean acrylic paintings? I'm assuming. After working with the Chrysler Museum and galleries, restoring and cleaning paintings for at least the last 40 years, this is Jerry Powell, where she used to work there in the galleries, the answer isn't quite so simple. However, if you only want to top clean an acrylic painting, my recommendation is half a cup of warm water, obviously in a bowl, a teaspoon of distilled vinegar, 4 drops of dishwashing soap liquid, and 2 clean microfiber cloths, 1 for cleaning, 1 for rinsing. Okay, pretty simple, isn't it? Mix ingredients together, dip cloth in clean and small areas using a small circular motion. Rinse with the clean cloth. I hope this helps just trying out share. Okay, so I hope that helps some people. There's someone in the YouTube chat asked if they can clean. So yes, if you're on my Facebook page, this will be available if you want. Okay, I can send you that. All right, now who we got here? There we go, Chastity Roots. Thank you very much for your cyber hugs and kisses to you. Thank you very much for your super chat donation. Much appreciated there, Chastity Root. Buenos Aires, hello Buenos Aires. Hi Ian, glad to see you again. You're welcome. Barbara, g'day. Chucky, how do you deep clean your brushes, and have you ever used linseed oil as a retarder? No, I have not. And how I deep clean my brushes when I get around to it, I'm very slack at doing that, but I will get a bit of dishwashing liquid, put into a container, and I'll get the tap running warm or hot, and then I'll put it in that container so it froths up warm and soapy water. And I would put them in there and let them sit in there for a while, give them a bit of an agitation. I have a grid on the bottom of mine so I can grind the brush against it, pretty much like that in the bottom of my containers, and leave them in there for a good day. Just let them soak, pull them out, rinse them and wash them again, and then I pretty much lay them on the towel, fold the towel over and pressure it dry, and they come out nice and dry. That's how I do it. So many different artists in the world, and they've probably got so many different ways of deep cleaning their brushes. Peggy, hi Ian, it's been a long time since I've been able to catch you live. Well, you're catching me live today. Good to have you here, Peggy. We've got Greg Sexton. G'day, Greg Sexton. How are you? Good morning, Ian, and hello to everybody. Subscribers only is saying, I'm having a hard time. Excuse me for that, I just coughed. Oh, yes. I'm having a hard time. Where are we? I've lost the thing now. I'm having a hard time creating depth with a meadow on the landscape painting I'm doing. Is the issue with value and colour? Thanks for your help, Tony from Virginia. Okay, I'm having a hard time creating depth in the meadow. Well, have you watched me video a couple of times just to see, or in that area, watch it a couple of times just to see what's happening, and go from the beginning to the end of that bit so you're absorbing it in your mind and you know what's going to do it, because then it's like you're in my head, you know what I'm painting. And you always need the darks in there and subtle highlights here and there, because without the darks and lights, things are going to look a bit floaty or a bit bland or a bit not quite right. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean anyway. But when you get those darks and lights happening, you kicked a goal in your art journey. It's good and proper. Marion Bridger, they say everyone has a double. Reese, ha ha ha. Okay, Reese has got a double somewhere. I'm going to have now last week I never had him in here, but I've got him in here this week. Last week someone did ask, I forget who it was, they said, what's the difference between your bullshit stick and your mouth stick, aka Malcolm. Okay, this is my mouth stick. Okay, you can see I've got cork on the end of it right there like that. It's a wine bottle cork, and I've put it into I've drilled a hole that size of the steel rod. I've got that steel roll off a construction site. You can use anything, a bit of dowel, something round preferably. I've drilled a hole into the cork, put a bit of silicone in there, I jab that in there, and I let it dry. And then that's a mouth stick. Now I'm going to show you what my bullshit stick is, and I'll explain what's the difference between the two. Okay, let me just highlight that. This, well, it's a T-square, but I call it a bullshit stick. Why? Because when you put it against your canvas and your easel there, you can get straight lines. And when I use the word bullshit, it simply means instead of going wow, it's a bigger way of saying wow. It's like bullshit. It's straight, or it's good. And you can use it for upright lines as well. Now, this would only work if you have a setup, let's say the way I've got it. I've got my easel and I have a black particle board. Well, it's particle board screwed to the easel. I've painted it black, and this sits along the side of it. And I have a screw nail or something there. So when my canvas is taped to that board, that sits across the edge, and that screw keeps this from sitting flat against my painting. And because that's tight against the board there, I only need to hold it with one hand. I don't have to go, oh, bloody hell, is it going to work or am I going to fall? It just holds it there, and I can get, when I'm doing scallops in the water or whatever. So I call it a bullshit stick, but they're a T-square. So the difference is that goes across, and I might paint a horizon line, and the mouse stick / Malcolm, that's designed to sit over your painting. You rest your hand on it, and you might be doing a bit of detail. Okay, so you're not touching your painting. That's the difference between a mouse stick and the T-square / Malcolm and the bullshit stick. Okay. All right, Jan Davis and Kathy Ward. Hang on, Kathy Ward. Good morning from Tennessee. Better late than never. You're not too late. You're only 10 minutes late. You got time to whack that kettle on. Jan Davis, good morning. Kathy Ward from North Carolina. North Carolina. I'm sorry I get stuck into accents when I hear a name come out, an area. I get stuck into that accent. I try anyway. It's just something I do. Jules Pitham. Hello, Ian. Have you ever used I don't know what that word is. Gouache paint. Well, I can say now by the name, I haven't. I just started using it and found the white is much brighter than titanium white and zinc white for stars and moonscapes. Well, no, I haven't used that paint, so I can't really let you know what I think or if it's worked that way for me or whatever. Kathy Ward, you can also get a mouse stick on Amazon. You need to search for artist stick. Yeah, you can buy all these things in art stores. I've been in the art store where I buy me paints, and they've got fandangly T-squares and that, but my goodness, I'm a bit of a MacGyver-minded person, and I like to make me things because I know if I can do it, you can do it. All right? That's just the way my mind works. Subscription only. Good morning, Jan Davis, says Kathy Ward. Subscriptions only. G'day and welcome. Thank you. Are the directions of the brush strokes important when creating depth in the meadow? Yes, they do help, absolutely. Do you have any videos that show you painting a meadow? Again, Tony from Virginia. All right, just let me go back to my, oh no, did I close them all? I must have done. Okay, let me go back to my videos, most popular, oldest. I do. I've just got to look them up. For a start, you can type in, excuse me, you can type in the YouTube search bar, Meadow, Ianapolis, and see if I've had any of that labels in any of my tutorials. But I have done a few meadows. I'm just loading up my videos page just to see what's there. Now, get familiar with my links. I have one below called video, and the link next to the word videos. That'll take you to my over 440 or something videos I've got in my channel now. And there's quite a few to look at and see just what the guru's been doing. I'll try and scroll this as I get through. I'm off the page at the moment, so if any questions are coming in, I can't see them. Now, I did a Bob Ross tribute. That's number 86. Type in 86 space Ianapolis in the YouTube search bar. You can see the graphs that I've did in there. That'll show you how I've done that. Have a look at the thumbnail and think, yeah, I like that. How do you do it? Go to the video and watch that. I'm just trying to find some others. There's quite a few in there to look for. I'm just trying to find some. I have done, here's a 132. There's another one you can put in there. How to paint a sunset field, but that's like a meadow as well. And I know there's quite a few in there. There is quite a few in there, but you'll have to look for yourself and just see what's tickling your fancy, what's ticking around in your mind, what you're after to do. 219 is another one. Okay, I'm going to get back to the chat to see. Yes, I've lost a few. Now I've got to get back to this chat here, otherwise I'll get right behind. Jen Davis, that's okay, Ian. Love your accent too. You're welcome. Kathy Ward, gouache is formed from water paint. Now, can you spell how you pronounce that word? Because I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. Gouache or gouache. Spell it how you would pronounce it. Yeah, it's all happening here, says Reese. Reese has got a lot going on there. And like he's always said, and he always will, it will always be happening wherever he is. Isn't that right, Reese? Jules Pitham, can you use it in acrylics too, Kathy? Jennifer Cook, good evening, Ian. Good evening, Jennifer Cook. Welcome to the show. Mirelia. Gouache are not water resistant. If you varnish your paintings, you will have an unpleasant surprise. Hello, everybody, says Marilla. Well, there you go. There must be some problems with that gouache paint, or some people have had some issues with it. I'm not sure. Terry D, good morning, Ian. Happy I caught you live. Costa Rica. Do you paint from your own photos? Sometimes I do. Where are we up to there? Where are we? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I grab references off a free website and I'll mix them up with, I'll get a couple of pictures and make one out of it. Or I see a picture, I like some of that and put my own ideas into it. I do that. Who was that from? For Terry D. Bonaceras. Thanks, Ian, for explaining. Where'd we go? Where'd we go now? Thanks, Ian, for explaining your bullshit stick. Now I know why it doesn't touch the painting. I have to get my hubby to make one for me. I have a mouse stick. Thanks for explaining, Barbara. You're welcome. Barry Redburn. How is the Esport racing going, Reese? Yes, he'll be racing on Sunday. I'm going to his house to watch him. Esport, it's Formula One. They have proper teams. They're excellent drivers. There's no mucking around. It's pretty serious business. And a lot of people do get picked up and go into higher places in their life and pay packets and things like that. But Reese is a natural at it. I always put the link in the group, or sometimes Reese does. And if you ever see it there, click on it and watch him and support him. The actual video, when it starts, it's a live video feed, but when it actually starts, it's showing you highlights of the previous race. Then it goes into qualifying, 10 or whatever minutes of proper qualifying, and then it'll go to the race, and it has commentary as well. And you'll see Reese's name on the ladder there and the coloured dot he is. He's racing for the McLaren team. So check it out every Sunday. Cindy Greer, good morning. I've got a new phone and took me minutes to find our class here. I'm sorry I'm late, Guru. You're fine, Cindy Greer. You're okay. Jennifer Cook, good evening. Ian from Warnbro, WA. Another person. I live in WA, for those people who don't know, and Warnbro's down south from me. Barry Redburn is saying hello to Cindy. Jules Pitham, here we go. Grouchy is pronounced gouache. Gouache. There you go. Gouache. And I have never used gouache paint. Jan Davis, better late than never, Cindy. Reese and Harris, the racing is going very well. Didn't have a good performance last week due to not feeling well, but I'm confident for good results this Sunday. Yes, and at the end of that race, they put a link in the live chat. where you can click on that. It's all safe stuff, and you can go and vote for driver of the day. So it'll be good if we can get a bunch of people that follow me to go, you know what, I like Egan's son and I want to see what he's up to. Jump onto that link and we can have a ton of people in there, Barrick and Reese on and supporting Reese as well. They have good moments and bad moments, okay? Kathy E. Where'd that one go? Kathy E. Hi, Ian. Can you tell me what glaze or medium you use to paint water to make it look misty? I just use the white paint on a appropriate little brush and I wipe most of it off and I'm just dry blending that in to make my mist. You've seen me, it's just white paint. Goo wash. There we go, we've got it. Thank you, Kathy. Jules Pitham, hello, Jennifer. I am in Redcliffe. Oh, Jules Pitham, are you in Redcliffe? Did you say before? I don't know, but that's only up the road from me, just up Tonkin Highway. You come up, you go north Tonkin, left into Hepburn and dingle dangle into my street and you're here. Jules Pitham. Morella. It's called, is French gooish. Yes, we've got that one now. Hey, Barry, says Cindy. Thanks, Ian. Good to be here. Good luck Sunday, Reese, says Marion Bridger. Thank you, saying Reese. Greg Sexton. G'day, Greg Sexton. Well, good luck on your race, Reese. Hi, Reese. Ian, are you still singing Heaven? Peggy. Hi, Reese. Ian Harris. Are you still singing? Reese still does sing, but he probably hasn't as much time. He could probably answer you that one in here. I like squash with a G. Like squash with a G, yes. Peggy. Reese. Ian Harris. Sorry, hit the enter before done typing. I haven't gotten any new notice on your posting in some time. Oh, that's from Reese. Reese hasn't put anything in his channel for some time, probably not. G'day, Ian, says Sherry Williams. G'day, Sherry. Donna Myray, I'm assuming. Hello from Florida. Buenos Aires. Does Reese have a number on his car or a sponsor on the car like they do in NASCAR? It's Formula One. So he's racing the McLaren team, which is the orange cars. There's 2 cars in every team. And when you're watching the show, you will see on the left-hand side of the screen, they have a ladder there which has all the drivers' names and what position they're in and how far they're behind the one in front. And you'll get familiar with, he's an orange car, and they have a map on this side of the screen, and you see the little coloured dots. And Reese is the orange dot, one of the orange dots, and one of those dots will have an arrow on it. That means the people running the live show on that car. On the ladder over here, they'll have a little mark next to that name, meaning that's the driver they're on to now, because the people running the show can switch from whatever driver they want to. Okay. Teresa, I'm a big fan of Formula One. I didn't know that. I will look out for it. Support. Good luck for Sunday, says Teresa. Lisa Barker, hello from Alabama. I'm off runaway 1 lol. I'm off runway 1. Oh, you're down. Yeah, you're down Redcliffe way. Let me just grab my cable there. Jules Pitham. Terry D, I like squash with a G. Read that one, didn't I? Jamets. I'll just call you Jamets. It's Jamets 4123. Good morning, Ian. Glad to see you this morning. The leaves have started turning. The chill is on. Does that mean your summer is ascending? Yes, our summers will be coming up very soon. Gabos. Yes, gouache. Gabos. Hello, de France. Hello, Gabos. My oldest son, Nicholas, he's in I always get it, Manchester. He can speak fluent French. I can't, unfortunately. Kathy E, I'm a big fan of Formula One. With all the bright colours that any given race, why don't you paint his race car flying around the track? Oh, I probably could, but it's not much of a tutorial a lot of people might follow. I don't know. It's something I could probably look into. Reese, here we go. He's saying, I have some songs in the works, but I'm not sure when another will be released yet. I'm taking time to practice vocals to get better at timing, so the next song will be a lot professional. Yeah, Reese is very, if something's just not right, he won't put it out there. I've seen some of it and I'll go, mate, put it there. It's great. It's fine. But no, it's just not perfect for the young man, is it? But that's all right. He's an artist in his own mind. Good on him. Marion Bridger, when I was young, I worked for an ex-racing driver called Les Leston. That was the days of Sterling Moss. I remember Sterling Moss. I know that name. Demets, haha, John here. Good to see you again. You're welcome, John. Good to have you here. Danette Smith, hello, Ian. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see you here too, Danette. Kathy Ward, I'm a little over a month. Daylight saving ends and we move our clocks back an hour. Does Perth also change their clocks? We do, but when we do, I don't know when, but when we do, all clocks around adjust to those times. Danette Smith, cyber hugs and kisses to you. Thank you very much for your super chat donation, Danette Smith, and Chastity Roots for your super chat donation. Thank you, much appreciated. Peggy, thanks, Reese. I will look forward to hearing more. Reese, I do have a number. My usual race number is 13, Baker's dozen. Unusually considered unlucky, but it's always been lucky for me, however. There you go. He usually picks number 13, but his is the McLaren team. It's all like, if you would have seen Formula One on TV, it's all done exactly like that. They show the grid, who's on the grid. They do a form a lap and they do qualifying. It's all professional like that. It's fantastic to watch. The number is already in use with the league. So my number is now 89. There you go. Reese's number 89 for the time being. In tribute to my close friend Jade, my partner Philippa, and brother Nick, their birth year. There you go, 89. Yes, and a good friend of Reese's passed away on Monday. We're going to go to the funeral, but we end up catching up earlier in the week about that. But yeah, sadly he passed due to Fanconi anemia he had, which is a very brutal type of cancer, and people don't usually get a longevity of life when they have that unusual form of cancer. But yes, but he's off to a better place now. Buenos Aires, Reese, I didn't know you drove Formula One. I like NASCAR, but Formula One is my favorite. Reese, how do you find your channel? Is it on YouTube? There's a link in the description below. I'll just scroll down there to make sure, and you can see it's got Reese's art channel, Reese's music channel. Okay, he doesn't have one for Formula One. I don't know what you can have a look in both of those and just see what he's got in there. Okay, Franca, Reese, my family home in London was 13 and it was lucky for me too. There you go. Donna is saying hello. G'day, Donna. How you going? I keep looking at this one. There's this camera there. I'm just saying hello to Donna. G'day, Donna. Oh, the blending brushes. Let's get on to that, okay? I'll just read Greg Sexton's one. It's the last one there I can see. Greg Sexton. I just wanted to say thank you, Ian, for doing the Golden Gate Bridge. You're welcome. I'm going to try that after work today. It looks like much fun. Beautiful. I did have someone comment, oh my goodness, I can't get all those cables in. Do it without the cables. Just get a rule, get a knife, practice some lines, get a knife and just do some hints of some cables so it looks like the light might be glistening on them. That's a better way of doing all of them, okay? Now, I was going to these brushes. I use the putter on a brush And these two brushes here, when I'm blending my skies and clouds and whatnot, it's a 2-inch brush and a 1.5-inch brush and the blending brush. Now, if you want to purchase these, message me on Facebook, links below. And they're done through PayPal. And at this date, they're $45 US. I don't make nothing out of it. That's just putting the brushes together and all the postage, packaging, labeling. That's what creates the price. And I'll get them to you anywhere you live in the world, okay? Anywhere. All right. So if you want these, message me on Facebook and just say, hey, listen, how can I get those brushes from you, Ian? And we sort it out that way. It's very easy. All right. Now, if you're not a patron, make sure you join the Patreon platform. If you those people who don't know what Patreon is or how it works, what it is for creators like myself, we have the opportunity to make a Patreon platform, and it's a platform where avid followers and fans come along. They become a patron. But how you become a patron, you pretty much got to you pay so much a month. So you click the button, become a patron, and it's got $1 in the box. You can support me for $1 a month, or you can wind that up to $5, $10, $25, whatever you fancy. And that comes out of your nominated card every month, and it supports me as a content creator. But being a patron, you get privileges that the normal viewer from YouTube does not get. What you get is a month, up to a month in advance of what videos are coming out. That I'll put a picture of what I've painted that day, what's coming out. And I'm also now got 2 cameras set up in the studio. So I've got another one filming me doing all the work. So if you want to see how I'm making them and what's behind the camera and what's really happening before it's all edited together, you get to see the behind the scenes stuff, okay? And they're the privileges that you get as a patron. And if you want to get that, just hit the link below and become a patron, okay? Easy stuff. Okay, g'day, says KN. G'day, KN, how are you? Welcome to the show. Morella, could you use painting paper like you would use a knife, a painting knife? The difference is what can blend the paper to achieve cable forms. Could you use painting paper? Yes, you can. Sorry, I've got what you mean now. I'm not the brightest light in the house, am I? But I got what you mean. Where are we? That one there. You can. I've done some knife work on canvas paper, painting paper, but load up the knife, like get the knife, spread it across your palette, wipe it clean, pull it through so you have a bit of a roll on there, and practice loading the edge of your knife up and practice on a bit of scrap how to contact the canvas and getting lines. And once you know that, commit to your painting and put them on your painting, okay? You might get 1 or 2 stamps, or you could get a lot if you're lucky, depending, okay? But every procedure in your art journey, a lot of people don't realize this, using a brush, using a knife, everything takes practice. Working a knife, how to load a knife, how to get that onto your canvas, it all takes practice. Using a brush, how to hold that brush, how to load it to accommodate your style, your habits of painting, that takes a knack as well and learning. But people just think, I'll pick up a brush and paint. But you might be just doing it all wrong. You got to work out what's going to work for you, okay? Even how to put paint on a palette. Your order, you might want to be a bit anal and put it in a certain order. But everything takes practice, and it's a journey you're always evolving in from start to whenever. It's fantastic. Hello, says Alma Ponti. Barry Redburn. Ian, have you ever considered painting a full moon landscape using black, grey and white? I think I have. No, I haven't actually, but good idea, Barry. Good idea. Marion Bridger, what's that on your T-shirt, Ian? I don't even bloody know. There's a lot of bulk muscleness under there. I know that for a fact. Don't go there. Rue man. I don't bloody know. I don't know. I never read it. I'll have a look. Runaway. It says Runaway. There you go. I think it was one of my son's shirts, and I Kidnapped it. I stole it. What's that on your T-shirt? Sorry I'm late, says Colin. That's okay. You're half an hour late, but that's okay. You're still here. Barbara Bonaceras, Reese is saying, just type my full name in the YouTube search bar and it should show up Reese Ian Harris. Okay, so type in his name, Reese Ian Harris, in the YouTube search bar, or just simply hit the link below. There's 2 links for Reese in the description below. Hit both of those, and if you like them, save them, subscribe to them as well. Morella, I didn't know that you cut paper and use it like a knife so you can make curves very thin. Yeah, well, there you go. You probably can. Good thinking there. And that's something you would want to practice as well. Got to go. Catch you all later. Stay safe, says Jules Pitham. You have a great day, Jules. Now, what's coming up later on? The brushes. I'll just say a quick thank you to these people who gave me monetary supports last week. Was Chris Duffy and Chastity Roots for their super chat donations. Thank you very much for that, much appreciated. And Maggie Cooley for becoming, she jumped on the Patreon platform throughout the last week. Thank you very much for that, Maggie Cooley. Barbara Bonaceras is saying, thank you, Reese. I'll be sure to subscribe. There you go. I just thought I saw a cat come in here. No. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Nice coffee. What is the time now? Yeah, it's 8:30 here in Perth, Western Australia. Is that crooked? No, my camera's a bit crooked, I think. I just noticed how the background looks a bit crooked. Where are we? Read that one. Marion Bridger, missing Lisa today. Oh, she's probably doing real life things, eh? Jan Davis, have a great day, everybody. Good on you, Jan, for wishing everyone to have a great day. Beautiful. My cat has a head. Yes, I know, because that's a private joke between me and Reese. My cat has a head. Because when he used to live with me, we got cats here, and I said, Steve's a cat with a head. Look at it. He's just a beautiful cat. And I always say Steve's a cat with a head. And good on you, Reese, for making me laugh. I love coffee. T90, whatever that means. You'll have to let me know what that means, Alma. Alma 2. Oh, 2. I love coffee too. There you go. T90. What an idiot. When you put it the right word there, just you can see. Luis Velasco. G'day, Luis Velasco. Luis Velasco. Saludos de Cascador Macetoro. Whatever that means. Someone might be able to translate that for me. There is a Google Translate link in the description below. If someone wants to copy and paste that, it'll detect the language. So you just have to put it in there and copy it and paste it in there, and it'll detect what language and give you the meaning already. You don't have to work out what language it is. It's on detection already. Kathy Ward, love the new patron only videos. Yes, they got to have, because that's the whole thing about patrons. They need to have perks, and there are people, creators out there, they're earning big money from their patron platform, but they're on it full time, all day, every day, giving as much as they can to their patrons out there. So I'm doing what I can to give you a bit extra as well. Siobhan, g'day Siobhan, how you going? Siobhan did I say that right? Siobhan, drinking coffee at night, keep you from sleep. I don't go to bed till late anyway. What is it, 8:30 now? This will be my last coffee, but I probably won't get to bed by probably about 1 a.m, between 1 and 2 a.m. That's the time I sort of nod off, because if I go to bed any earlier, I'm tossing and turning. My brain's so active, I just can't sleep. I'm thinking too much, so I wait till I'm buggered. I'll go to sleep, and then I'll finally take me about an hour, then I'm finally off. Barry Radburn, Luis Velasco, greetings from Ecuador, teacher. Thank you very much, Barry. Much appreciated for that translation there. Now, I'll go through Cindy Greer's question again because it was a very good one and a lot of people might want to know about it. They might have wanted to know. So she was watching one of the replays of one of my live shows and someone asked, can you clean acrylic paintings? Well, Cindy Greer used to work in the Chrysler Museum, excuse me, and other galleries restoring and cleaning paintings of art for art. At least the last 40 years. So she's been doing it for quite a while. So she pretty much knows what she's talking about here. The answer isn't quite easy. How can you clean paintings? But however, if you want to clean your paintings, you want a clean acrylic painting. If you only want to top clean, an acrylic painting is well, there you go. Her recommendation is you only want to do a top clean of an acrylic painting. Just clean the top of it. You don't want to scrub right into it, I'm pretty sure. Now, it's half a cup of warm water, a teaspoon of distilled vinegar, and 4 drops of dishwashing soap, and 2 clean microcloths. One to wash and clean, and the other one for rinsing, okay? Rinsing. Mix ingredients together, dip the cloth in small areas using a circular motion, okay, and use the rinse cloth to clean it. I hope this helps. Just trying out and sharing. Thank you for that. If you're watching the replay, Jerry Powell. Greg Sexton, I'm off to work. Great day painting, everyone. I'll see you later. Patty G is in the room. Patty G. Goodness me, we have Patty G. What's Patty G saying here? Patty G. Oh, what's up, Ian? My favourite Aussie artist. I think Patty G is from Canada. Weren't you from Canada by memory? I'm pretty sure you are. Patty G's a good, what is it called? Abstract. You might have seen him in the art group. He does some good abstract art. Patty G. I quit my job 2 weeks ago. Going to try to do art full time. Well, don't try and do it, just do it, I reckon, and it'll progress from there. No problem, I reckon. Siobhan, good luck, Patty G. There you go. Yes, so have a look at him. Now, also, if you're in my art group page, if anything that you've put on there has been removed, it's simply because it violated the rules. There are rules there. Going up the top of the page and just see what they are, okay? And sometimes people might put a question that's involving a lot of answering and people adding links there, and that's where things get removed as well, because it's not for any self-promoting. There's no links to be shared in there and things like that. You just got to read the rules. I just thought I'll bring that to your attention if you're one of the people from my art group. And if you're not in my art group, Facebook art group, and you want to be, the link's in the description below, Ianapolis Art Network, and that's where you can tag me in your post and say, Ian, I just did one of your paintings, or what do you reckon? And I can get an answer to you there. It's a way of showing me your art, okay? Mirella, I have a question. Had someone tried to cut with a cutter paper masking tape stick on the canvas to cut different shapes? Hang on, let me read that again. I think I know what you're saying, but I want to read it again. I have a question. Had someone tried to cut with a cutter paper masking tape sticked on the canvas to cut different shapes? Does anyone know what Marilla's trying to say there? I thought you might have been saying you put masking tape on the paper, but when you peeled it off, it tore. But it doesn't sound like you're saying that. Does anyone else know what Marilla Olympia is saying there? My reading's not the best, but I did read it word for word. Good luck, Patty. Jerry Powell, hello, everyone. Glad to be chatting. Yes, I've just read your big question you sent to me throughout the week there, Jerry. I've read that through twice about you noticed someone asking how to clean art, and I copied and pasted your comment there to let everyone know what your recommendations were for cleaning art. Bonacera's, Ian, is there any type of medium I can use to mix with my acrylics when I do lines such as tree branches I want the paint to flow easy so the brushes don't drag. I use just water, but not too much where it becomes see-through. Just try and use a bit of water. The Gisonjas do a soft flowing paint. You can find those in a tube if you want. I'm not here to promote them, but look up Gisonja paints. They're a lot of a flowing. You can use them for doing long lines. You're going to have to try a different brand, water it down if it needs to, and practice it. And when it's working, you know how you're going to sort your issue out there. Patty G, someone is using an X-Acto knife to cut out shapes. Okay. Someone is using, okay, is that what, I have a question. I had someone try to cut with a paper cutter, masking tape sticked on the canvas to cut different shapes. Okay, someone is using an X-Acto knife to cut out shapes. Well, that's what they're probably doing then. Is that right, Patty? Cindy Greer. I haven't, what is Cindy? There you go. I just got you on your question. I haven't seen a freeze frame in a while. 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. I just did it. Patty G, on the canvas, I think is what she's saying. Probably worried, will it cut the canvas? You need to practice cutting. If you're going to put masking tape over an image and cut the edge out perfect, you need to practice, get a very sharp one, and you just have to cut through that tape. You can cut through your canvas, but watch out if you do. But if you do, it's not the end of the world as well, because what you can do, I'll just show you here briefly. I'll show you briefly. Let's just say this is your canvas and you go, oops, oh no, I've cut through the canvas. What you can do, keep it nice and tight. Get a bit of masking tape, okay? Simply put the masking tape on the reverse side, and the front side is pretty much, that's patched, that's done, all over Red Rover, done. Bit of masking tape. Now, if you feel your masking tape ain't gonna hold, put a bit of paint there and put the tape over it, and then paint over the tape as well, so you pretty much painted it down to the back of the canvas. GG Park, hello from Canada, Halifax. G'day, GG Park. Marilla, there are artists on YouTube that before painting put masking tape over the canvas to cut out shapes like leaves. I've got you. Yeah, I've seen that when I was practicing. I saw Wilson Bickford do that a lot. Before they've done the tutorial, let's just say they've painted an animal. They've painted an animal, then they're masked it over. Then they're ready to film their tutorial, and then they take it off and show the animal and fix it in there. Is that what you're meaning? I hope it was. Thank you, Ian, for looking that medium. Barbara, Cindy Greer, Lisa, and Flammer are both missing. Well, I wonder what that means, eh? They thought, bugger this, we'll do our own thing. We're not going to the corner. Patty G, amazing answer, Ian. It wasn't my question, but I'm glad you showed us how to fix a punched canvas. I've always worried about that. Yeah, the only thing, there's a lot of things we do in life, and we can always worry, like you get a flat tire, you get this, but don't worry, there's always a solution for everything, okay? Except for taxes and death. Patty G. Oh, no, I've read that one. Becky Kelch. G'day, Becky Kelch, not Kelch. No T in there. How do you clean your paint palette when you are done? Well, if you are a patron, you would have seen the video I put in the Patreon page behind the scenes. I've done that, but I'll show you. I've even got a video in my video collection showing you how I do that, how I clean up. How do you, when you have done? My paint's dry before I finish and it's lumpy. Well, I use a glass palette, and when I clean my palette, I let them dry. I let it dry. When it's nice and dry and I have one of those yellow handle, I put a blade in it, scrapers, and I spray it with Windex. Once it's sprayed with Windex, I have a mouthful of my coffee. That way the Windex is settled into the acrylic paint, and then I just scrape, and it comes off like plastic. Beautiful. Put it in the bin. get the paper towel and wipe it clean. There's still some Windex residue on there, and it's clean, presto, ready to use next time around. So that's how I clean my palette there. Becky, how do you clean your palette when you're done? Yeah, that's how I clean mine. Cripe, why is Mona Lisa famous? Well, because she was painted by a famous artist to this day. That's why. Becky uses a straight blade to scrape your glass. Becky, use a straight, sorry, Jan Davis is saying, use a straight blade. Yeah, you don't want to use something like that. I've got one of those scrapers. You get them from the hardware store. Chastity Root, can you spray it with water or glass cleaner? I like Ian is saying, Lowell, like Ian is saying, you can use just water. I just use Windex because I love the smell of Windex, and I use it for every surface cleaning, everything with Windex. But you can use water. Windex to me is better because it's got that methylated spirits within there, and it helps crinkle it up to scrape it up. But water works just as well. Or you can put a bit of vinegar in water, just a little bit. You don't want it smelling though. Patty G's asking me, how do you take your coffee, Jan? And what roast? Light, medium, or dark? There we go. He says, obviously, to Jan Davis. Buenos Aires, Ian, can I use cotton balls to make my clouds look fluffy? Do you think it would work? I've never tried it. Give it a go and see how it works, and you can answer your own question by practicing that. But if you want clouds to look fluffy the way I paint them, I don't have nothing over there. You need to get these brushes. Watch my videos if you want. That's if you want to paint clouds the way I teach. They look quite good. Got a lot of bullshit aspect going on in my clouds, and these brushes help you get there. The putter on a brush and the blending brushes. And if you want them, simply message me on Facebook. My Facebook link's in the description below, and I'll work out about sending you some out there. Okay. Jerry Powell, Mona is mysterious. She had no eyebrows. Ha ha ha. Patty G, Ian, what is it, Patty G? Was that me you were asking how I had my coffee, not Jan? I wasn't sure, but Jan was in the chat, so I thought you might have been talking to Jan, or was it me? I have my coffee milky and sweet. Not Jan, lol. There you go. So I was right in my mind, but I didn't want to take over and just say it's me, you mean, not her. Jan Davis, I hunk it as a typo, meant Ian, not Jan. I hunk it as a, that might be another typo as well, I'm not sure. I had typo also, there we go. But that's okay. 10 minutes to go. If you've been in the chat but you haven't said anything and you want to be shouted out, just tell me who you are, where you're from, whatever, or even if you've got a question, simply ask that. I will be back on the same time next week, 8 p.m. Perth, Western Australia time, every Friday. It's just where I can get to connect with my followers here and give everyone that I can get in the chat a big shout out and answer their questions, and we're connecting together. Okay. Teresa, have you ever used pieces of sponge or foam to do trees? No, I have not. I have seen other people do it. They get it, make some leaves and that, but I try and teach a beginner how to become, if they're going to take up the journey of being an artist, in my mind, I'm trying to teach them how to be a painter and how to be an artist. I know there's things you can do like sponge and foam and cotton and whatever, and just stamp stuff around, but you don't want to be stamping all your journey. I want to teach you what you can do with a brush and your mind and different types of brushes. You know, I might use a pouncer to do certain moons or suns and that, but I've never really used a foam sponge, but I have seen people do it. I'm not knocking them for doing it that way. It's just that I don't go there for that, because I want to teach a beginner how they can become an artist. So when they put their paintings on the wall and people walk into their houses and see their work after they've developed in their journey, people can go, you know what, I like that. And that's what it's all about. When you're a beginner, you want people to go and look at your work and say, I like that, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Tony Arrowsmith. G'day, Tony Arrowsmith. Hello from England. all the way from England. Marella. I'm only saying your first name because Olympia Goishianu is too long and I'll probably mispronounce it. I'm from Bavaria, Germany. There you go. Good to know that. Kathy Ward. My first ever girlfriend when I was very young was Kathy. I forget her last name, but she was Kathy. Yes, Kathy. What was her last name? I wonder if it was Ward. I don't know. But yeah, it was Kathy, I remember. And she had a friend named Desmond. She went out with my brother and I went out with Kathy, yes. I was so young though. But I remember, you always remember your first girlfriend, don't you? We used to hold hands and have the little kissy poo. It was just lovely. Patty G, isn't today Wednesday? No, today's Friday, I'm pretty sure. Well, I hope so. Where's my phone? Oh. Yeah, it's Friday the 24th, you bugger. Where was that? Isn't today Wednesday? No, it's Friday the 24th. Buenos Aires. Ian, it's Friday morning here in West Virginia and we are going into our fourth season. What day is it where you are? At the moment, it's Friday evening. It's 6 minutes to 9 in the evening. So I'm pretty much 12 hours ahead America there. Look at your time clock, your world clock in your devices and add my city, because you can add cities to your world clocks in your devices, your iPhone, iPads, whatever. Add my city there, Perth, Australia, and then you can work out the time difference if that's an issue for you. Sorry, it wasn't me. Never been to Australia. No, I know it wasn't you. I was just making conversation because it was getting a bit light in the chat, so I have to keep the feed going. I don't want to sit here and go, wonder when someone else is going to say something. Come on. Can't have a show like that now, can we, eh? Patty G, LOL. Patty's laughing out loud. So it's 5 minutes to the hour. So I've got 5 minutes to go. If you have some questions, get them out there now because I'll start wrapping it up after those 5 minutes. Otherwise, and if it's still vibrant and happening, we'll keep going, won't we? If you've liked this video and you've seen a few of my tutorials, hit the thumbs up, give us a comment in the comments below, tell me what you think or whatever's on your mind about the videos, and be sure to share it out on your social media platforms there, eh? What do we got here? Reese. Philippa is chewing on a rib eye bone. Wife material. She's chewing on a rib eye. Philippa is Reese's partner, by the way. Lovely, beautiful lady she is. I love the way she loves my son. I can see it in her eyes. It's beautiful. Susan Turtle. G'day, Susan Turtle. You're a bit late in the show, are you? Hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm sorry, been having a late lunch. That's okay. That's okay. Cindy P. Hello from Orlando, Florida. G'day, Cindy P. Ramya. G'day, Ramya. I'm going to try and say your last name here. Ramya Ramachakandran. Hi, Ian. Thanks for your lovely instructions. I've tried painting the sunset in acrylic painting recently. Everyone here appreciated it and said it's very bright. I never thought I could do it. You can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you want to do it and you can't do it, practice and you can do it. That's all it takes, practice. Surely you all know the old famous Bruce Lee. Look what a master he was, eh? That's because he wanted to do it and he practiced. And let's say he became a black belt and he's ready for the next step. He didn't just go to the next step. He wanted to master every level. That's how masters and greats become, because they don't just get to the level and move to the next bit. They get to that level, then they want to master it with their eyes shut. Practice. Practice is the key. Siobhan, good morning, says Cindy White. So thank you, says Ramya. Siobhan, if I send you a photo taken on vacation, would you consider painting it for us during class live. I can do commission work if you want me to paint something for you as a commission painting, but not all paintings. See, I pick for lives, I pick something easy, because if you've ever done a live show, that's one thing, but trying to paint live is another thing again. If anything's going to go wrong, it will go wrong. I had a problem with the lighting, and while I'm remembering, I'm just going to see now, so bear with me a minute. Dark light. I finally found the setting. Me last live, I had a problem with the light. It wasn't too dark, and I couldn't find the setting, and I found it now. That's why I just tested there. So if it's a suitable subject, put it in the group. Don't message me with a picture, because it'll never get seen. Okay, put it in the group, and you can always tag me in my art group, Ianapolis Art Network. Join up if you're not already, and just say you met me on YouTube to answer the questions. Put it in there, and you can ask, Ian, do you reckon, is this anything you think you would use as a tutorial? Otherwise, you can private message me and say, you know what, Ian, can you do this as a commission? And I absolutely can. So I hope that helps you out there, Siobhan. Bonacera's, hold hands and kissy poo. I remember those days too, Barbara. Yes. Little kiss. It was all I couldn't wait. I hated goodbye time, but that was the time when I got me kiss. Susan Turtle, thank you very much for your super chat donation. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Mua, that's a big kiss, says Susan Turtle. Remya. Okay, will do. So thanks a ton. Jerry Powell, have you done any of your digital art yet? No, that's going to be commission work. So if you have anything you want me to paint personally for you and have it digitalized and put on a big stretch canvas, you message me. I think they're about $600. So if you want to, it's a sort of present you can give someone. Let's just say you got a photo of your father or your mother-in-law or your favorite dog, or them with their dog, or on a car, or a distinctive background, and you want that as a special gift for somebody, you can send me that picture, chat with me, and we'll sort out about getting some work done there. But no one's approached. Oh, I have had one person approach me, but they're waiting to get a photo to me, and it's got to be a decent quality photo as well, so I can get detail out of it. That's a big kiss. Read that one. Moonshibe. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ian. When you speak about craft white, I'm not sure what does it mean. I've asked around and nobody knows. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you asked that. I'll tell you. It's just soft acrylic paint. It's student paint, poster paint, or craft paint. It can be labelled anyway, but it's just a cheaper version of the acrylic structured titanium white in a tube. It's just a bigger volume. It's softer. It's cheaper. And I call it craft paint. I'm calling it soft white. I call it student paint, poster paint, whatever. But that's all it is. You'll find it. Sometimes you find it in big gallons in your art store, and they have a lot of vibrant colours in it as well. Chris Duffy, super. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat donation there. Hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. Cindy Greer, hello, Susan Turtle. Barry Radman, got to go. Good night, everyone. Thank you for a great show. Ian, thank you for being here with us, Barry, and thank you for the translations there. Susan Turtle, hello, Cindy Greer. All right, what a great show we've been having. Oh, like I said, I'll be here next week. Be sure to join me. Look at my videos there, share, like, and subscribe. And remember, if you like what I'm doing, you be sure to tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.